And think of what happens to pillows in hotels.
Oh,
People are doing
bad
stuff with those pillows.
Yeah.
And we're just sleeping on them. Oh, it's got a clean pillowcase.
It's part of the human experience. You were sleeping on, you were eating off of, you were like, yes.
Hold on. Just back up for one quick second. You're sleeping on, you're eating off of?
Nobody's listening, right? Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Oh, boy. So excited to chat with you for an hour as though no one's listening.
Indeed.
We haven't really talked.
No, I got a lot to talk to you about.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah.
But first, is anyone listening?
Oh, yeah. This is from Pia MM23 over on the old Spotify. Huge congrats on Best Dead. Heart hands, heart hands, heart hands. Finished the whole thing in 48 hours. Shaking.
Ooh, shaking.
That's
I
a little
like that.
plug. Thank you, Pia, for our new show, Best Dead.
Yes, we are very grateful to everyone who's checked it out. It's out anywhere you get your podcasts, the first couple episodes. And then if you need to binge it, which I think it's good to be binged, you can go over to patreon.com/Beth'sDead.
Yes.
Very excited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I do have one update. You know how I was going to teach dance classes?
Yes.
Well, not really.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Why am I saying yes to that? You have
the
delusions that you could get a job at the rec center teaching dance classes.
It is a job.
Oh my God. I don't want to go back to
I was going to
this.
volunteer my time.
They pay those people.
Of course, and they should. And the good teachers, they should get paid.
But you wouldn't get paid because you're volunteering.
No.
To teach a dance class at a rec center, great.
Okay, so I went to a birthday party last weekend that was a silent disco.
Okay.
You knew about this.
Yeah. My okay was like, where are you going and how is this related to you having delusions of teaching a dance class at a rec center?
Well, you'll be thrilled to hear this. I, as a dancer, your brain is connected to your body in a certain way. And your brain says to your body, point your toes or
You're
whatever.
wired differently. You dancers are wired differently.
Well, yes, it actually does create some neural pathways. And I mean, I attribute so much of my life.
Success to dance. I get it. Yeah, I know.
No, actually, no joke.
I'm not joking, okay? Let me be very crystal clear.
I do think having a sport as an adolescent that you have to commit a lot of time and energy towards, you're not always going to be the best, is really builds a lot of character attributes. I think that a lot of my dust yourself off and get back in there comes from dance.
So you were never the best in those classes?
No.
Ever?
You see my body, which I want to circle back to.
I don't think that has anything to do with your dance.
Are you kidding? Well, I'm talking about classical ballet.
Okay, maybe
I just didn't have the build.
But what I'm saying is you took so many dance classes.
So many.
In different types, ballet, modern.
I was really good at tap.
You're telling me in not one of those classes, weren't the best in one of them?
I was up there, and I'm sure I had classes that I was the best.
Okay,
yes,
I want you to
yes.
own one of those. I think everything you're saying is great about not being the best and what that teaches you, but you are a dancer, and I just feel with the years you put in, there should have been a season where you were the best in the class.
Some people are just, this has been kind of a theme in my life. There are some people where it just naturally happens, and then there are some people like me who have to work very, very, very hard to be a B+ A- student.
And yet, hold on though, I don't know if the analogy totally works. It wasn't hard for you to get B+ in school. You're a smart cookie. Are you talking about in life?
Yeah. And actually in school. I mean, I worked, I didn't kill myself or anything to get, whatever. We're getting off course.
I was a B student and had to do nothing for it.
Yes, because you're very smart. So... You are. I'm just saying.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
Dance classes and silent disco. I'm with you.
I went to a silent disco. I've never been to one before. It was one of the most fun eves I've had in I don't know how long. I mean, it was a novelty. It was novel.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I have fun, just hanging out. But I was going to it celebrating a friend who I love so much and thinking like, this will be interesting, but I'll probably like get out there a little bit, but it's going to be mingling and whatever. And it was all women and gay guys, which felt great.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had never been part of this before, but basically you wear headphones.
Yeah.
The headphones have like neon lights on them.
Yeah.
And you can switch on your headphones between 3 light colors.
Yes.
So if your headphones are green, there's a certain green playlist playing, and all of the headphones that are green are hearing that same
music. And you know
music.
that other people are listening to the same music as you because they're all lit up the same.
Yes.
Fun.
So it was so fun in so many ways. First of all, is all these people, many people I haven't seen in a long time, people I love and respect and like would love to catch up with.
Yeah.
But this kind of, and there was time beforehand to kind of chat and stuff,
Yeah.
but not enough to get into it. And this kind of strips you of the need to do that, which I would love to do that in a different situation. But you are connecting with people through dance.
That's your favorite way to connect with people. I know that.
And it really is. And there were 3 different people like DJing the lists. Shout out to my friend Matt, who was green.
Was there any pro DJs there doing this? Like the person that set this up, or no? It was all just playlists?
I think there was an option to have a playlist like going that had been set up beforehand. Maybe One Color was that for a little while.
So 3 people at the party curated the different lists?
Or maybe 2. Yeah.
Okay.
But Matt was really on green all night, and I was mostly green, so shout out to him.
Mm-hmm.
But you also mingle because there are times where you're on green and all of the people you're dancing with suddenly switch to red. You're going to go off and find the other greens. And it might be people you've never talked to.
Is it a faux pas to dance with people of the other color? Or it just doesn't make sense?
It just doesn't make sense. You're not having the same experience.
Right. Okay.
And I danced my ass off. It was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I did realize that what is happening in my head with those neural pathways isn't actually physically what's happening anymore because I've grown older and like my ability to dance in my head is such that it turns out it was very eye-opening because this is the first time I had just hours on end of dancing to amazing music.
Yeah.
I'm not the dancer I think I am. So
is that kind of buoying your delusions of teaching at the rec center? Because those that can't do go on to teach.
So, you better be careful, Andy.
So that's what you're saying.
No. My delusions died that night. But truth prevailed, and that's always good.
Interesting. I might
want to take classes, though, to get better for me.
There's nothing more that delights me than sort of poking the bear of your dancing to you for some reason.
I don't know why.
But I feel like I have to defend you right now. I'm not poking. I'm giving you a universe hug right now.
Okay.
You're a good dancer.
Am I?
Yeah. I want to know what made you think that you weren't connecting mind to body at this thing.
I don't want it to seem like I have 2 left feet. I mean, I was dancing just as well as most people there.
But there were other people that were really cooking.
There are some people there who are really cooking.
Was there anyone cooking too much that was like, come on?
No. And there was no such thing as too much there. Like maybe I was cooking too much, but I don't think so. Everyone's kind of stepping in, and it was like such a warm, safe group.
It was hot in there because all the bodies.
Well, no, we were outside.
Oh.
So
there was a nice perimeter and security?
Yes, there was perimeter and security.
So you're saying it's warm and safe?
No, it's a warm welcome. Like there's no judgment on anyone.
No judgment left at the door. You leave it at the door.
You leave it at the door. And it was just a really great gathering of people who were there to like get down.
Sounds like a goddamn nightmare to me. Like literally, I can't think of something worse to go to, but I love that it's something amazing for you.
I want to do it for like a party for me at some point.
Okay.
I really do. It's so beautiful. It's so much fun and silly. And it really, I was dripping in sweat. And it really felt like your worries are sloughing off of you with the, NaCl that or whatever.
What's
salt?
NaCl?
Is that salt? Sodium chloride? Yes. Anyway, good times, but also I'm like, maybe I should take some dance classes and kind of...
Not teach them, take them. That sounds so smart.
Okay. Go ahead. No. It does kind of go into something, though, that I am struggling with.
Do you want to talk about that before I drop some bombs about women's health?
Yeah, this will be a great entry into women's health.
Great.
I am struggling. Here we are fucking again. Mm-hmm. But I do want to talk to you about this.
Okay.
I'm really struggling with my body.
Because it can't dance anymore?
No, listen, I've been working out. I've been going on long walks and all of this stuff, which is great. Mm-hmm. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I don't know. I'm trying to be nice and sweet. I'm not laughing at you. Sorry.
Okay.
I can tell now you're about to cry, so I'll pull back the laughter.
Well, I went to my annual physical.
You had a great physical.
I know, but I've put on a few pounds, which is always hard for me.
Okay.
And
I'll put it up on the screen so everyone can see it. Go on. It cuts to a montage of me weighing you every morning and then plus flashing good graphics and stuff popping up. Go on. Yes, we're listening.
I hate this. And listen, I want to say disclaimer, and you know this. I look at other women's bodies of all different shapes and sizes and think they're beautiful. I can think women who are in 3XL, and I look at them and I'm like, they're glorious and beautiful. And I look at women who are teeny tiny size 2s and I think they're beautiful. This is just my struggle with me.
Yeah.
And I also want to disclaim this with, I know these are just meat suits, and I really do think I've seen dead bodies. I think the souls aren't
cool. Very cool.
No, but I saw my mom's body.
Now you're bringing your mom's body? Okay, move on from the dead bodies part.
But I'm just saying, I don't think that there's any attachment to this that I'm wearing.
Got it.
So I want to comment on how unimportant in the bigger picture I am aware of, which is part of my struggle.
Okay. Because you're frustrated with yourself that you even care.
Yes.
Got it. I get that.
And I'm frustrated with myself that I don't want to pass along diet culture. And I think diet culture is all fucked up. And yet I'm seduced by it. Mm-hmm. And now, there's these GLP-1s.
Well, it's interesting you bring them up. It's not the first thing on my women's health corner, but it is the second, Ozempic Vagina. I wanted to talk to you about that.
Okay. Well, listen. If there's Ozempic Vagina to be had, feels like literally everyone around me has got it.
Well, not everyone that takes Ozempic gets Ozempic Vagina, but it seems to be a trend that's maybe becoming an issue. I'm joking.
Okay, I think I can imagine what that is. But listen, I'm what's it called? The pull to do that is strong right now because it seems like, oh, that would give me peace. And then I'm struggling, why can't I just love my body? I do love my body in so many ways. It's getting stronger. I can do more shit.
I love your body.
I know you love it.
I'm a big fan.
I mean, I always joke. I think that you have projected body dysmorphia onto me because I think you see me with beer goggles or something, but you're sober. I don't know. Anyway, but my clothes aren't fitting the same way. And then also I think in the bigger picture of stuff life, I think, this really does not matter in life. This is not what matters.
Yeah.
But then I'm also maybe the point during this lifetime, though, is to find pleasure and to feel good. And who am I to say that I shouldn't be able to just, if there's a shot that you take or a pill or whatever that can make you feel more comfortable in your skin.
Yeah.
Or it shuts down food noise. Anyway, that's where I am right now.
All right. I have a very practical question that hopefully isn't too annoying.
No, you can ask anything.
But I'm a little curious about this because... 1, I have not noticed what you're talking about. 2, I feel like you had mentioned, were you down some pounds maybe this summer or earlier or something?
Yeah, I was.
Because I remember a conversation about that. Here's my biggest question mark with all of this stuff with you.
Mm-hmm.
We hang out a lot. Okay. Right?
Yes. Every day.
And yet, like, when we're
gosh darn.
together, you don't eat much. You don't eat much for any meals.
That's not true. I think I eat normal.
I would say you eat less than what I would think is normal.
That's weird because I think that about you.
Really?
Like, I think that you don't eat much, and then every once in a while, like, it's like a camel where you, like, will have some, like, insane burger and, like, go ham on one meal.
Mm-hmm.
But then other meals, like, not really. My thing is I'm like grazing and
Well, that's what was my question is because I don't even know if this is a fair thing to say, but some people are eating a lot, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it correlates to their size, maybe, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm just like, this is just your frame. This is your body that you're given. This is it. Unless, like, you were to tell me, like, actually, when you're in the studio, I am eating constantly or something. Like,
no, no. I mean, no. That's
yeah.
The answer is I think you have a pretty good, after 21 years, like, grasp of
Right.
what's going on, which is part of why I also don't want to get into, like, disordered territory.
Totally. And also that's why it's like, why put yourself through... Okay, one answer to a lot of this stuff is diet,
Mm-hmm.
eating less, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like less calories, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, to me, the idea of you doing that is like, no, you could be hungry all the time. That seems like a shitty life.
That's what these drugs do. I mean, it's similar to, like, you with your ADHD drugs,
Mm-hmm.
where you kind of, like, it's not on your mind. Sometimes you almost forget.
Yeah.
So, like, that's, I think, the beauty of that. And I do have friends who've said, like, it cuts back the food noise.
Yeah.
And so it's like that little extra stuff. I don't think it's like, would be an extreme thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
But my doctor said, I mean, during that visit, because he was like, you're up, you should keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And he was like, you're a little person.
Yeah.
Like kind of like underneath. Which I am. I'm like, I have delicate bones,
Mm-hmm.
but they're strong.
Okay.
But he said that is an option. But then he was talking about, potential side effects and stuff like that. You can try it, not do it. But it is, I think after that conversation, it's been, like, kind of in my mind. And I'm kind of, and I am curious how you would feel about that for me,
Mm-hmm.
which I think I know, but just curious.
I mean, it's a tricky thing because, again, I find myself in this position, which is like, it may come across as controlling, but, like, I'm very anti-plastic surgery.
Well, that's another thing. I'm like, my boobs feel too big.
I'm listening.
You're listening? No, I'm like, I could see myself wanting to get a reduction or...
Well, let's not get crazy just yet, okay?
Okay.
But, so the same thing with the Ozempic, I think, and this is so annoying to hear, especially a man say this, I assume, because...
No, I'm asking you to, though.
To me, I'm like, it seems like a shitty thing to do to yourself because it's like, okay, you are now taking a drug that is tricking you not to be hungry. But if you weren't taking the drug, your body would be hungry. And then also I've heard of some, like, gnarly side effects. Insert Ozempic Vagina. And I don't know, it just seems like something that people necessarily, this would not have caught on if there wasn't such a cultural thing with weight in our culture, right? Some people do need to take these drugs and they are amazing. And it is like a new frontier for health care in some ways.
Yeah.
And it is an amazing development. I'm not saying that it isn't. And the only reason we have these drugs is for culture, period. But
no. I mean, they are used for diabetes.
Yes.
And for, they have very important applications outside of just vanity.
Yeah. And it does seem like we're on the dawn of an era of these kind of drugs that will be important. We're going to look back at this time of like, holy shit, this is when these were invented,
well,
I think.
Yes, I would honestly look at it. To me, the way I'm looking at it is more of a mental health thing.
Right.
I don't think like the 15 pounds I could lose or I wouldn't probably want to lose. I don't want to lose too much. And I have seen that, honestly.
Yeah.
And I would not want to go there.
Mm-hmm.
is more of a mental health thing. And I'm curious, like, if it would cut back on food noise, if I would feel more comfortable in my skin, if I don't have to think about it. Like lately, getting dressed to go out, I'm like, so, going to this disco party, like I'm not comfortable.
Yes, I get that. I wonder, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Seriously. So let's say you lost 5 pounds. Don't you think you would still have the same getting dressed anxiety going to a party? Like a lot of people have that anxiety getting dressed, and there's those days where it's like, fuck, I wish I had new clothes and stuff. Like, I know maybe it's being exacerbated, it sounds like, potentially.
No, there is like this freedom, and I hate it. And I also don't know how much of it is like my body and like where it naturally wants to live and how comfortable it is versus society and
Right.
like all of that shit. And I hate being like, oh, I'm cowing to the societal pressure. And I sincerely look at other women who are much bigger than me and think they're gorgeous and think they carry themselves in such a beautiful, confident way.
Yeah.
And I want to adopt that. But there is like, I also have been where I think I feel more comfortable in terms of like body fat and weight. And I do have a different confidence. And I don't know how much of that is attributed to what.
Yeah.
And I hate even talking about, I don't want to like, I don't hate talking about it. This is something I wanted to talk to you about.
I think I understand what you're saying.
I don't want to perpetuate this
I know. I
bullshit.
get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't ever want our kids to feel this way about their beautiful bodies. That's another thing of doing this, like I'm giving myself a shot. I would never want our kids to know that.
Well, so in that regard, that is a lot of evidence piling up not to do it.
Yeah.
I really think that it's worth looking at that. There's a flip side too that is like, what if I just had this attitude that was like, who gives a fuck? I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to feel better. But I don't know if it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because then let's say once you start taking that, it does seem that like some people get swept away by it, which that would really break my heart and would be a really hard thing for me to deal with.
Well, we would talk about it.
But I think that's easier said than done.
Although I want to say this kind of brings me to, do you remember we have this deal?
Yeah.
That if either of us ever comes to the other one and says, hey, I, Elizabeth, think you, Andy, have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
And you're like, I haven't had a drink in 5 months. And I'm like, I don't care. I need you to go to inpatient.
Right.
You go. That's an extreme example. And obviously,
no, but that's that is our example. It's
the thing is, if one of us says to the other, we want you to go get help for this, we go regardless of however we feel about that situation.
Right. Now, the issue with going down this is my biggest concern is the slippery slope.
Yeah.
And not meaning like you would abuse it or anything like that, but let's say it did get to a point where it was in some ways maybe affecting your mental health in more of a negative way, which I can see that version. But then it's like, oh shit, but then if I stop taking the drug, then it almost seems like it's something I start, but I can't stop. It just seems like it could add to these feelings that you're having in a weird way.
Well, so our doctor said there are some people where this is a forever drug.
Right.
But there are some people, and he said, I think you would fit into this category where you would take it and get to a place where you're comfortable. And of course, you have to change how you're doing things.
Yeah.
But then you could wean off of it and be okay. Like it would be, it's not a forever thing for everyone. But it is a slippery slope. And what if, I don't know. I'm just like, something to just keep thinking about. But I also don't like that I'm beating myself up about thinking about it. And I'm like, anyone should be able to do anything that they need to do.
But there's a difference of that. Exactly. Like if you really had that attitude, like, I just got to try. I'm going to try this fucking A. Everyone's doing it. And like, let me just see. But it's not as simple and clean cut as that. That's that's the issue. I
did see an Instagram of this woman who was like, so I just went to the doctor and, I've gained like 10, 15 pounds or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, what are we going to do about this? And he was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, I put on some weight. And he was like, do you eat healthy? And she said, yeah. And he goes, and do you exercise? She said, yeah. He said, You don't need to lose weight.
Yeah.
That's just, and that kind of blew my mind
Well,
because it's like, and that's so stupid.
No, but like this gets back to the whole thing that I'm talking about. Unless you're like eating all this stuff when I'm not around, like you do go on huge walks every day. You do workout, strength training. Like this is the shell, the meat suit that you were given. And it's a beautiful meat suit, by the way. But you know what I mean? So I don't know. I'll support anything that you do. But if it goes off the rails, I'm going to have to figure out how to navigate that. And that might be tricky. And I just don't want any problems for myself.
Andy, as the air turns crisp and the holidays draw near, I can almost hear the jingle bells around the corner.
Ooh.
Comfort becomes the best gift of all. Quince.
Oh, yeah.
You know how much I love Quince?
Yes.
Delivers layers that last, sweaters, outerwear, and everyday essentials that feel luxurious, look timeless, and make holiday dressing and gifting effortless.
That sweater's Quince, right?
Indeed it is. I love this so much. It's the 100% organic cotton cropped cardigan. It has these big, beautiful kind of, what's that called?
Incredible looking buttons.
Incredible looking buttons. I also have the double-faced merino wool scarf coat coming.
Ooh.
Cannot wait. And also, their home goods are calling to me. I'm really excited about the fact that our couch might need to get replaced pretty soon, and rug, and they have great table linens.
Oh.
Because their quality is so incredible. They work directly with ethical top-tier factories, and they skip the middlemen so they can offer prices that are often 50% less than similar brands. So step into the holiday season with layers made to feel good, look polished, and last from Quince. Perfect for gifting or keeping for yourself. Go to quince.com/NLR for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada, too.
Ooh.
That's QUINCE.com/NLR to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/NLR.
We love Quince. Real quick, let me tell you about Ozempic Vagina. So what happens is the skin of the vagina can really start sagging. It can get very dry. It can also get a lot of discharge too.
Oh, interesting. Dry and discharge.
And then pelvic muscles get weaker with the Ozempic.
Why?
They're trying to figure it out because this is a newer thing. And
that is interesting.
yeah, so that's something to think about.
Okay, got a Kegel. Anytime you say pelvic muscles, I'm Kegeling.
Can I pivot to what I really wanted to talk about, women's health? And I gotta say, trust your intuition only. And I am in tune to women's health, I think. Okay. I went to the bathroom. Listen to this. All right. I went to the bathroom the other day, and on top of the toilet, you had this beautiful array of new period products.
Yes. Oh, I love them.
Oh, I bet you do. Now, you had a doozy of a period, so I'm assuming you went to, where did you go? Target or CVS? And you were like, I need some new stuff. Tampax, get out of here. Let me see what I can get.
No. I still use Tampax, but these, I thought I'd try these. They're kind of cool looking. They're called Love.
Yeah, I believe it's L period is the name of the brand, the L brand, if you will. But I think they say on it the L stands for love or something. But it's a little confusing.
It's very like, for me.
It is.
Basic bitch, like getting my Starbucks order. I mean, it has this aesthetic. It's very clean. It says they're changing the way like women have access to period products.
Yes. Okay. So I'm taking a piss and I'm looking down at this Bounty, beautiful Bounty, great packaging, great design.
Like you could have it out in your bathroom and not be embarrassed.
And here's my intuition. Instantly. I appreciate the look. Okay. Instantly, I call bullshit. And I say to myself, I guarantee this is made by Tampax in my mind. Okay. Then I go to pick up the box and I look, who makes this? Procter & Gamble. Oh, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure they make Tampax, so I look it up. Yeah, Procter & Gamble makes Tampax. Then that leads me down a wormhole of all these lawsuits about this particular brand of like bad advertising. You think it's 100% organic and they're doing all this stuff. There are lawsuits because women have gotten cancer from these particular products.
Oh, you waited to tell me on this podcast?
Well, it's all coming together real quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and to be fair to Procter & Gamble, I think their whole slate of period products, there's so many lawsuits.
Well, that's what I really prefer Kotex pads, and they might very well own that too. I don't know, the umbrella chain of companies.
Yeah.
But because they don't have specific chemicals in the pads, and I know that because they don't irritate me the way all the other pads do.
There you go. Interesting.
So, but interestingly, those L products, which I still will use until they're done. I still have a ways to go.
Well, you're like a badass.
But I'll gamble with cancer.
I think there's
Procter
a certain
Gamble
chemical in it that's not good. But yeah.
Well, whatever. I mean, the tampons, though, are not that absorbent. Like, I'm leaking through these more. It's almost like the blood is like, I'm going to go around.
That upsets me even more because I'm telling you, when I saw them, it just screamed at me bullshit. Like that this is a con job.
Well, it's because when a company puts that much effort into the look of it and the branding.
They're trying to do one over on people.
Yeah. So that's good to know. But I have to say, every time I bleed.
Tell me more.
I feel rage, and I know it's hormonal in many ways.
Yeah.
And now I have this new thing where I'm itching because of perimenopause and my estrogen. I don't sleep for 2 days before.
That sounds so gnarly.
My entire body is itching. But I get so fucking pissed about the pink tax.
Yeah.
So that's the tax on feminine products, makeup, all of the stuff that women are obligated. And you can make the argument like, well, women don't have to use makeup. Well, studies show that the women who don't wear makeup and let's say are applying for jobs or whatever are going to make even less on the dollar that men do. Like, it really does affect.
I mean, you're bringing it full circle to the Ozempic.
The weight, yeah.
Yeah. How does that make you feel realizing that right in this moment?
I mean, I feel it just bums me out a lot. But the period products, it is outrageous.
Yeah.
That these Procter & Gamble and corporations, I mean, they can feel free to sell their products and try to improve upon them, but that we don't have access to them for free.
Yeah.
It is like in public bathrooms, the way there is toilet paper for shit coming out of men's butts.
Yeah.
Why are there not products to make it okay for women to exist in the world? Why are there not why is not every public school like, this should just be part of society, that every girl and woman has access to these products, and they're so expensive.
Yeah.
So it really bums my scene. What a uplifting.
Should we talk about how I almost blinded your eye the other day?
Yeah. That was like not funny.
It's very scary.
Scary, but you didn't seem scared enough at first. You kind of just went on about your day. And I was like, so you have this cool camera that you inherited from your dad.
Yeah, it has a crazy zoom. And when I say crazy zoom, like huge zoom. So I had the idea, I'm like, let me take a picture of your eye. And I'm across the room.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize there's some sort of like laser focusing element. And so I'm like, hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I'm trying to focus in on your eye. But I don't realize I'm firing a laser into your eye the entire time.
Yeah.
Until afterwards. And you go, I can't see. Like,
no, it wasn't that I couldn't see. It was that in the middle of my left eye vision.
Yeah.
When my eye was open, there was a black dot.
Yeah.
And when I was closed, that black dot was red.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of freaking out. I think, literally started humming and turned around and were like taking the camera into other places, which I didn't understand.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, something's wrong.
Yeah.
It took too much
okay,
effort on my part.
Maybe I didn't show enough concern. But listen, one of us has to stay calm. 2, I was feeling instant guilt. Like, what if I literally put a permanent dot on your eye? But 3, I do have, similar to what happened with our cat that I almost killed last week, I do have reason that I was like, there's no way that there's something on this camera that could permanently hurt someone's eye.
That
And
camera that's how old?
It's probably 10 years old.
Okay.
And then I went and I quickly Googled, and then I was like, okay, we're fine here. And so
And then like 15 minutes later, it went away. But I just want to say, it's interesting. I didn't know that you had instant guilt. And even knowing that, I thought you just had no idea.
Oh, no. I was worried. What?
Why didn't you, Andy?
Yeah.
Like, why? I'm even more upset now, kind of. Why didn't you like literally were on to something else in your life? Like I had to like reiterate it 2 times for you to circle back to me and be like, seem to have any seriousness.
Maybe we're just experiencing it different, and maybe I didn't show enough, but like.
You didn't show any. Like, I was like, felt very abandoned. Like, you came and burned a hole in my eye and then left.
Well, we're here now. Your eye's here. And thank God, because that would be.
Yeah. But just in the future, like if you, this goes to something I feel like we struggle with.
Mm-hmm.
You have a very, and understandably, like I think it does matter. Intention matters a lot.
Mm-hmm. When
we are like, if something happens and like you hurt someone or someone else hurts someone or whatever, you, I think, go, was it their intention to? And if it wasn't, you're very like, well, these things happen and there's no accountability or there's no.
Yeah.
And that's how I was feeling in that moment. Like,
oh, see, that's interesting. I didn't pick up on that at all. I experienced it. I experienced your concern about it. And now I feel bad that I didn't make you feel like that I understood that part. But this is a side thing. You in our life are much more, I don't want to say you overreact, but when it comes to like, if our kid falls or someone gets scraped or whatnot, like you have this huge urgency and huge thing where I'm completely opposite, where I'm like, I'm calm and like, it's going to be fine. They're okay. And I think that was more how I was experiencing it than you. And also maybe that was a bit of my reaction that you interpreted of me being aloof, but like, I just wasn't as worried as you, but I understand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would just like, next time we're in a situation like that, I feel like for you to be like, oh, I'm so sorry. That did come.
But yeah,
that came later, but it was after I had to like.
Interesting.
And I was sincerely worried that I was like some serious damage had been done to my eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
But we made it through.
Okay, I want to talk about something we've never talked about this entire summer. We had a very intense summer. We were gone.
Yeah.
And then my dad passed away. And then we kind of came back, and then we're busy with our lives, and we're just kind of getting back to everything. We sort of overlooked something, and I cannot believe we never talked about. We had a renter in the house.
Yeah.
And they were boning in our bed, I think.
Oh, we talked about this. Remember, I got rid of the duvet.
Okay, wait, hold on. This is hilarious because you're not wrong, but we didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
You said there was a stain on the duvet.
I don't know if, yeah.
And I think we both were like, get rid of the duvet.
Yeah.
But we never sat in what that, like, I think both you and I have probably just had this in the back of our mind, like, this sucks. And the stain sucked.
Guess what?
But we've never talked about it.
We boned in the Airbnb that we were in France.
I know.
You know, that's what people do.
I know, but it's a bummer.
There is something interesting, though, about like the renter we had. My impression, and this gets into...
This is great,
listen,
though.
This is very different from like a long-term rental. This was like a 1-month rental, right?
And we were under the impression we said no bone zone.
No, we didn't. But My impression was it was a single mom
Okay.
who was here for a job.
Is this like too much info?
Maybe.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
How would it be?
I don't know. Listen, and they were great. Like, by and large, it all worked out well, and it's very happy. I mean, a few things came up. Also, we were in a certain state of mind in France after your dad died, where we were scrambling and freaking out. And that's when certain things came up, like we were made aware there was a dog in the house, which we had specifically said no animals.
Yeah.
Because I'm allergic to dogs.
Yeah.
And little things like our TV broke, stuff like that. But
I think, though, the heart of this whole thing is what you're saying is you rented the house to someone, and then I think we got the impression, and we might be wrong, but that like there might have been a new romance that blossomed while they were staying at our house.
which is fine.
But that takes the bone zone to a higher degree than I would have been comfortable with.
I know. It's just weird. You just can't think about it. You just can't think about it. You come home, you're changing the duvet, there's a stain, you don't know if it's yours or theirs or whatever. And
it was not ours.
It wasn't ours.
We put down the tarps, the rubber blankets. We have the sheets on the vinyl on the walls.
But think about that. They had to know the renter had to know.
You don't care when you're in a new relationship, heat of the moment.
I know, but
when you're in an Airbnb, do we care?
Okay. Can I speak?
Yeah.
This is a different thing. It's a short-term rental. It's clearly not a house that's like built for Airbnbs. But that is also a situation.
I thought you were going to say a house built for boning. It's clearly not a house built for boning, all right? So it's not like there's going to be orgies over here or anything like this, okay? But, there might be a couple.
No, but you just have to assume any bed you're sleeping in has been boned in.
Well, that's the thing about hotels. It's kind of absurd. The horrible things that have happened on every single hotel bed that you're on. Sure. But that's not always horrible. And again, we don't shame anybody for what they're into.
Like, what kind of
horrible things happen on those hotel bedrooms?
Like what?
Horrible things.
Like what?
I don't know. Let your imagination run wild, but like not good things.
Okay.
Nothing you would want to. Nothing. Okay.
They change, obviously. I mean, maybe not every hotel, but most hotels change everything out, like.
Oh, pillows. Can I tell you something? Let me tell you something about pillows. My back has been hurting lately, so I'm like trying to work on maybe my sleep posture will help. So I'm putting the pillow between my legs, okay? I'm so germy that my own pillow that I'm putting between my legs, I'm like, that's the balls pillow. Like my balls are on that pillow. I don't want that pillow on my other pillow.
Naked. You have.
I know. I'm showing my degrees of comfort. I am judging and banishing my pillow that might have brushed up against boxer briefs, okay, because of what that means of my own body. And think of what happens to pillows in hotels.
Oh,
People are doing bad stuff with those pillows.
Yeah.
And we're just sleeping on them. Oh, it's got a clean pillowcase.
It's part of the human experience. Like you were sleeping on, you were eating off of, you were like, yes.
Hold on. Just back up for one quick second. You're sleeping on, you're eating off of the pillows?
No,
duvet?
I'm just saying, like, anything you use that's not your own, that you're in charge of washing and taking care of.
So you're talking about dishes, or are you talking about not dishware?
Dishes, asses, whatever.
Okay.
Listen, baths.
Yeah, but a bath has a hard surface.
Yes.
That I feel.
Take some Lysol to that, and it's good to go.
I think so. Better. The water's going through it a lot in its life.
Yes.
A mattress, though? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, listen, it goes both ways. Like, the person who's coming in to rent the home is like, I'm sleeping in someone's marital bed.
And if that bed could tell stories, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yes. See, the Airbnb we had in France, like, the bedroom we were in, it doesn't feel, it feels like this is an Airbnb, and it's not like someone's home.
Yeah, everyone's just like boning on that bed without giving it willy-nilly of a thought.
And in a weird way, I find that better.
Well, it's more like a hotel bed,
Yes.
but bad things happen in those.
Sure.
But bad things aren't supposed to happen in my home. That's what I'm getting at. And not that anything bad happened.
I don't know what bad is.
You're telling me you can't dream up of some scenarios that would just like ruin your night's sleep?
It's like jizz everywhere.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah. Well, I hope they had a good time. Not too good of a time.
No. You know what? That's a nice way to look. I hope they had a great time.
I do too.
Leave us a nice review. Did they leave us a nice review?
No, and that doesn't need to happen.
Wait, go on. You seem uncomfortable. What do you mean by it? Like,
okay. We didn't leave each other reviews.
You didn't?
And we don't need to.
It was kind of like a known, like, neither of us are going to leave each other a review?
Yeah, like, it all went well. I don't want to,
Was it unspoken?
Part of this is, as our dear friend Maddie said, maybe you just aren't someone who should rent out your house.
Yeah.
It's just a hard thing to have someone come into your space. And the fact is we couldn't financially have made the trip happen without renting the house out.
Not at all, yeah.
And I'm very grateful to them for doing it. And
this is the tax we have to pay.
Yes. But I mean, moving forward, like, that is something it's good to know about me.
Yeah.
Now, I know I'm saying this as someone who did take homes from our Airbnbs. I actually feel very loose.
Hold on. What are take homes?
You know, the stuff that I took home.
Oh, the stuff you stole. Yeah. I didn't know what you meant at all.
Whatever.
Like,
little tiny things. And for anyone who's new here, we're talking like a little reusable cork and a tiny little spoon. And by and large, I put pictures up of them on our Patreon, patreon.com.
Yeah. Got it.
/nobody's listening, right? By and large, everyone's like, those are totally take homes. Okay.
So you're basically saying if you want to see what I stole, you have to pay for it. This is just, the way your brain works is incredible.
Well, I definitely am not going to put it public like those
because
people.
It's wrong.
Okay. Anyway, listen.
Yeah.
I know that this is ironic that I'm saying I shouldn't rent my house out. I'm much more like, I don't like not having control of like a dog being in the house or stuff like that.
Of course.
I'm perfectly fine if they took a tiny little trinket because I put anything that matters to me, no matter how small it is, out.
Great.
It's there. Like if that trinket speaks to you and is going to remind you of the amazing sex you had in that specific bed, God bless.
That's great. All right. Well, before we wrap up, I have a big announcement.
Okay. You have an announcement?
Yeah. Do you know that I have a new role? I'm going to call it a role. I think I could call it a job, but it's not a job per se, but it's a new role that has to do with Saturdays for us in sports. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
I mean, I do know what you're talking about.
What is it?
Well, you've been driving our kid to flag football.
Okay.
Practice.
And?
Are you the water boy?
That's pretty funny. No. So the coach put a call out and you're on this text thread as well. And I answered the call and I didn't want you to see it. So I waited till you were in the shower. And so I answered the call, right? And then your phone dings because you're on the group text message and I go to your phone and I open it up. And so the message, the notification's gone. And then the coach like thumbs up it. Your phone dings again. So I got to go to it again. Then the coach is like, thanks. And your phone dings again. And then I'm thinking like, fuck, she's still going to see it because whoever chimes in next. But I'm hoping that you're not going to see it. Like you're not going back in the thread because it's just the like thread for flag football. I am the official sports videographer. And I will be on the sidelines this Saturday.
You will.
And not many people get to be on the sidelines. Only the coach, the ref, and the players.
Crew.
And me.
Hey, congratulations. And you're really getting into that. Are you going to use the little handheld thing or your big camera, or are you going to have everything at the ready?
I might bring the little camera, but I think I have to use the bigger zoom camera because even from the side that you use the little camera today, it doesn't get enough.
And you're going to turn the eye blinding laser off.
Yeah, I'm doing video. And so,
great.
Yeah.
But you could probably get some really cool candid shots.
I know, but the coach I think he really wants like all the plays. I had your thought too that I could get some really good photos, but I think baby steps for me. I think I need to really focus on the video for the coach because that's a job I signed up for.
Okay, now I want to talk to you about something. I'm so glad you told me about this.
Yeah.
The way you operate is you have integrity. You're going to bring integrity to this role. I know. Now, I could see a world where you overcompensate with the integrity, which you can do.
How so?
Where you are like, I'm not going to favor my child because I'm here to get footage for the coach and the whole team. And you end up actually getting like almost no footage of our child. You get a 10% bump allowance in getting extra, keeping it on a little bit longer on our kid.
That is totally legit. This first time, though, I don't think I'm going to be getting as close to the action as, say, you would want. Because I need to just make sure I'm getting all the plays first. Once I'm getting a little more comfortable with the camera and stuff, and I am focusing on people and whatnot, and, our kid like hikes the ball a lot, so I could be zoomed in on that, and then I can pull back. But I want to make sure that a disaster would be if I'm only on our kid and I don't get a touchdown or I don't get any of the plays or any of that stuff.
Yes.
So we'll get there. But at first, I'm gonna take it pretty casual and not really favor anyone.
Okay.
I'm gonna favor the team.
Yes. Does
that make sense?
I do like that. Yes.
Now, you haven't been to one of these games yet. There's only been one. I want you to know that you're walking into a level of sports culture that you and I are not familiar with at all. These are parents that you and I have never interacted with before.
Really?
This is a whole new thing. We've done rec center sports.
Can I ask you?
This is club sports. There's an intensity that I was like, we literally are so out of touch with America. I'm serious.
Okay.
When we get in on our high horse about like some political things, and then I realize that like we don't even understand youth sports culture. I'm like, who am I to have an opinion on anything? Like, we're so out of touch. We are in such a bubble.
It's interesting because, we are out of touch. But in some people, we have friends who, like, their entire lives revolves around their middle school aged child's sports schedule. They're like going out of town left and right.
But we've never experienced it. We've heard it's hearsay.
Now,
for
I
us.
have heard, like, it's come back to me that people I know were flagged to like get kicked out of the game because they were so passionate about yelling at whatever and getting involved with the game. Like it's come back around to me.
I made a joke at this last game. So what is interesting about our team is it is a lot of first timers on our team.
But I'm actually surprised that the culture is, as you are painting, like very intense because the team is like 11-year-olds to
high school kids,
16-year-olds.
Yeah.
If I were that parent who's that passionate about it and my 16-year-old is playing and then these two teeny tiny 11-year-olds come up, like I just don't know how hardcore you can be about a team like that. Why aren't they all more their ages?
I think that's because flag football is a newer sport and maybe they're getting enough teams, but that is true. I got to give you a heads up. You're not just walking into like our kids' team. You're walking into like this entire flag football world that has
Okay.
like boys teams and other teams, and like it is a operation. I think NBC's involved in some way. It's like a whole thing.
National Broadcast Center?
Okay.
Okay.
I did make a joke to one of the other parents at the beginning of this last game because a lot of us are first-time flag football things, and I was like, hey, just so you know, like I get really intense. And like I've been kicked out before, and it was really funny.
Okay.
And then it was like we were joking, but it was funny.
Okay, good.
Hey, I'm telling you, it killed.
Okay. Okay. So I now understand also how important this role is because you're entering an operation. It's not like our little rec center things where you're like, oh, I'll just go get some footage.
Yeah, and you, just for clarity, like,
Can I act like I know you?
yeah, but we're going to be so far away from each other.
Okay.
It's not, you wouldn't even be able to, you're not going to be able to interact with me. You could only text me during the game. We're that far away from each other.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a heads up.
Cool.
That's going down.
Well, I'm very excited to experience. It takes me back to dog agility days with Ruby.
A new
our
type
dog.
of person to interact with.
Yes. we were like, because our dog had this natural ability that kind of on a lark, we were like, wouldn't it be funny to try a dog agility thing?
It's not funny though, it turns out.
It's not funny, and she was really good, and you were a great handler, but the jealousy coming at us, because again, we had this dog that was an A+ student without trying.
When I say it's not funny is what I mean is we're like, wouldn't it be funny to go into that world? But everyone in that world, that's not the attitude of everyone. They're all there to win.
Yes. And the fact that Ruby did so well with, as these like dumb little hipster kids coming in, ruffled some feathers.
Sometimes you got to ruffle some feathers.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm excited about this new frontier for us.
Yeah.
Club sports.
Club sports.
I don't like how, we are driving like an hour to get to practice, and an hour. It's absurd how different it is from our normal life.
Just real quick, I took one of our kids to play mini golf the other day, and it turned out at that golf course, there was like a kids' real golf tournament going on. Let me tell you about a type of mom I did not know existed.
Oh, really?
Until you meet an intense golf mom. And
really?
They were all over the place, crawling.
What does that mean?
They all had this like
were they bird dogging?
What does bird dogging mean? Were they bird dogging me?
Or maybe I'm using it wrong. I imagine a woman in kind of like the golf version of tennis whites.
Exactly.
And like a visor.
Yeah.
And they definitely belonged to country clubs growing up.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow they found themselves in Southern California. They're from like Michigan and wherever.
Yes, love it. You're so on. Yeah.
And their first sexual experience was on a golf course. Late at night, sprinklers came on. Things got wild.
These ladies fuck too, though.
Oh, sure. Around the country club, everyone's fucking.
Yeah.
And they marry someone who's in finance.
Yes.
Accounting.
Yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
Maybe they met freshman year at Emory, and then now they have this kid. They're in Southern California because they or their husband now found themselves working in entertainment, but in the corporate side of things.
The entertainment's not clicking for this.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
So
they're not
sorry.
in entertainment.
Okay.
No.
But and then little Timmy is born, Timmy the third.
Yeah.
And they put a little plastic toy golf club in his hands before he learned to walk.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, the first time he stood up on his own was holding that club and using it for balance.
Yeah.
And then standing there and lifting the club. They got on film.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
Yeah.
And they can see it being played on ESPN later on.
Yeah.
And he had, kind of a gift. And they said, what a swing on this kid. And he's, and then they got him into lessons very early.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get ahead of things. And now that he's 11, he's on the circuit.
And this is the thing. He has some natural talent, but this is what I saw at this thing. Because I'm playing mini golf, and a lot of these kids are just kind of what's the word, like milling about and like sort of playing mini golf, which they shouldn't have been doing anyways, and some of them got reprimanded.
Naughty.
But these intense moms, never the dads, were like, Timmy, it's time now. You're almost about to tee up. And there's like an intensity
Well,
and
listen.
like, don't blow this. And the kids were, all of them seemingly like pretty aloof, but the moms were not aloof. And they did not want their kids being aloof. We drove here from, San Clemente.
How much they have put into
a
this
lot.
stuff? And also Timmy the second there was an affair a few years ago.
What
they
does this
made it
mean?
work. Timmy the second is the dad. Tim.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Timbo.
There was an affair that happened
Yeah.
with a secretary. They made it work, but there was a lawsuit within the corporation. HR got involved, and quite a ding against Tim 2's CV.
Yeah.
And so they've been hit hard financially, but they've already put so much into
Interesting.
Timmy 3's golf career. So Timmy 1 has been called to kind of foot the bill a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, they're supposed to be enjoying their retirement in Sarasota, and now they are.
They already thought that out? They're that far ahead?
What?
Timmy 1. Oh, sorry. Timmy 1 is dad.
Stay with me.
That's
Grandpa.
actually Timbo.
That's Timbo.
Yeah.
Grandpa.
Get it, Grandpa.
Coming from Sarasota. It's a little embarrassing. He's a little disappointed in his son for fucking up.
Yeah.
Not the fair.
No,
just getting caught.
He's has a slew of
slew.
hoes. Yeah.
Slew of Florida hoes.
Yeah.
But so this mom is like, this kid cannot, this poor kid has no idea the strings attached to all of this. He's just like, I guess I have to go play another tournament.
Yeah.
But this mom, it's all she's got.
And I do want to say, of these moms, they put off like a sex appeal, I would say.
Oh yeah.
They
need to fuck it out.
Love it, right.
Stress.
Now, I don't want to take away from, there definitely are golf dads that are super into golf and like want their kids to do that, right? But that golf dad is not married to this golf mom that I'm talking about. But I don't want to
the two shall pass.
I don't want to take away from the golf dads, and they have their own probably powerful sex appeal too, maybe, but it's not as powerful as these golf moms.
It is a little bit like they didn't make it in finance, and this is kind of.
I don't think that. Are you saying? Wait. Clarify.
They don't have time. Like the golf dads who are crushing it in careers are not out there on the circuit. There's of course exceptions.
I feel like some of them are just way more passionate about golf.
It's funny. This kind of goes back to our thing of me having such strong reactions and you underreacting and me overreacting. Similarly, you can't have two parents that have this intensity.
It's too much.
Like
you don't
one has too much and one has too little.
It's not, you're not hearing about the Serena sisters' dad and mom. You're not hearing about Tiger Woods' dad and mom. You're only hearing about daddy.
Now, there was a documentary. Do you remember we watched a couple of years ago about the kids' golf circuit? Now, I think that.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're talking.
High level.
Best of the best.
Yeah.
Of course, and that's very different from playing next to a putt-putt course and wherever the fuck California.
This was kind of low stakes.
It's low stakes, but that was interesting. And that's another documentary that makes me like, I'm so glad that neither of our kids have become so outstanding at something that we have to put. These parents, in many ways, of course, they're the ones who are high pressure or whatever. They're also parents out there who just like, the kid is naturally so good.
Yeah.
And coaches get jazzed about it and everything.
It almost was going to happen no matter what,
yes.
sort of. It takes on its own life.
And the parents must feel like, oh, I guess I have to quit my job and put everything towards this because otherwise I'd be not servicing this gift that my kid has.
But I think those cases are probably outliers. That would be really interesting to look at the DNA of all of champions, if you will, and how many of them like is the DNA like one of the parents was also really into the sport, as opposed to a family that's kid just had this talent, and then everyone gets pulled into it. The gravity pulls everybody in.
Well, I know this director I worked for, who ended up having very, very successful career in Hollywood, but her sister growing up was just an unbelievable swimmer.
Okay.
And that's the sort of thing you get on like a swim team, and you're 15 laps ahead of everyone, and they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Their whole family, they moved to Southern California. Everything revolved around the sister's schedule and life. She ended up being Olympian.
That's cool.
But
works at Home Depot now. Just kidding. That's a cliche.
actually,
That's like the funny cliche.
Yeah, I mean,
or it's not funny. It's sad.
well, but it's just not. It's simply not true in this case, and like this is a real person.
Oh, I'm just saying of the cliche though of like Olympians, like a lot of them don't get paid enough, and then they're working.
Oh yes, that is sad. But listen, in this case, actually, she ended up being like one of the first female sports commentators.
Oh, very cool.
She's had an incredible career. I don't know like what's going on right now, really, but long story short, my friend coworker, her entire life, like that family's, the nucleus is around the sister's talent.
And
I think there is dysfunction inherent in that for a child, and also the child to feel the pressure of like everything's revolving around.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
It is.
And it sounds like we're stepping foot into that. We're jumping in with both feet. I'm just kidding. I don't see that being a concern for us at this juncture. But.
Yeah. It might mean a lot for my sports photography career, though. So we'll see.
Very excited for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Shh.